Hello, Steve Mills here. It's great to be back sharing with you some more tried, tested and proven ideas. For those of you who don't know me, I've spent over 25 years now working with small businesses, helping them to find, seek out and maximize the effectiveness of their marketing. And I've helped them to make literally millions upon millions, some of them hundreds of thousands, but all of them a significant amount of increased income. Those who follow my ideas and ways in which they can grow their business. Now, today I want to talk to you about wrapping your offers in content. What do I mean? Well, if you look at, these days, nearly everybody's doing social media. They're posting and sharing and tweeting and so on and so forth. And yet, I wonder what the conversion rate is of a post, perhaps on LinkedIn. How many posts do you need to do to get an inquiry? How many inquiries do you get? They're really important numbers because we all these days are putting a lot of time, money and effort into social media, but often we don't get the return on investment. Now, I'm here to tell you a couple of things. The first thing I want to tell you is a little bit controversial. What I want to say to you is you should never, ever, ever produce a social media post without making an offer. You should be trying to sell something all the time. All the time. Now, people say, well, you must never sell anything on social media. It's about networking. It's not about, that's bullshit, quite frankly. Why are you doing it? You're doing it in order to try to sell. Now, let's get back to the subject of today, wrapping your offers in content. Okay, so I would never go on to social media and go, hi, my name's Steve Mills. I do pay-per-click advertising. I do, new websites. I do this, I do that. If you want one, then give us a call on this number. That's not the way to do it. I think probably the best way of me demonstrating what I'm talking about is to literally do what I'm talking about. Before I do, let me just tell you about a webinar that I'm running. It runs at various times in the week. It's called the Results Webinar, and it's all about how to increase the effectiveness of your sales and marketing. So if you want to come along to that, by all means, let me know. So this is basically how I think you should be structuring your communications as a whole. It almost doesn't matter if it's an email, if it's a video like this, if it's a social media post, if it's a blog post. This is how you do it. Step one is credibility for the owner. You've got to position you as the go-to expert. That's the first thing you're going to do, step one. Step two, you're going to tell them what it's about, okay? Why they should bother listening to you. Step three, you're going to do what I call a pattern interrupt. In other words, you're going to do something that changes from what you're going to talk about to something else. Then step four, you're going to go back and talk about it. Step five, you're then going to reiterate what it was you were talking about in the offer. Does that make sense? I think it will in a couple of minutes. So let me just go through it now, if I may. So if I was doing a video, if I was doing an email, if I was doing a social media post, this is how it would work. It would be something like this. Hi, my name's Steve Mills. I've spent 25 years working with small businesses, helping them with their marketing. In that time, I've written 4 books on marketing, and I've got over 400 videos published on YouTube, and I've got an email database of over 10,000 businesses that have opted in to receive my information. I talk to businesses all over the world, and I've literally traveled the world helping people with business. So that's the bit that does the credibility. I've now positioned myself as an expert. So I then might say something like, today I want to talk to you about the 4 keys to winning business on your website, because most businesses have got a website, but most don't win any business on it. So that's like the headline bit. And then I'd do this. So once I've just finished that bit, I'd say, oh, by the way, before I talk to you about how to win more business on your website, let me just tell you about a webinar that I've got running. It's called Results. If you want to attend, it's totally free, and it's all about how to help you to improve your sales and marketing results. If you want to know more, go to stevemills.co. Okay, so that's like the pattern interrupt thing. I then go through my 4 keys for winning business on marketing. So key number 1 is this, key number 2 is that, key number 3 is the other, key number 4 is another thing again. So I've gone through my 4 keys. I then say something like, so I hope you value the 4 ways of doing that, and that you'll take action on it. If you want to know more from me, then please feel free to come along to my webinar, or if you'd like to, you could book a one-to-one with me. Either way, go to my website, stevemills.co. Thanks very much for listening. So that's it. That's the structure of it. Okay. So remember, build credibility for you. Tell them what it is you're going to talk about. Pattern interrupt to really do a sales thing. Mine was, come along to a free webinar, but it could have been anything. I could have said, oh, by the way, if you need any help with paid advertising, please let me know. Now, where was I? Oh, I was going to tell you about the 4 ways of getting more people to your website. So way 1 is this, way 2, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, then you go, once you've done your pattern interrupt bit, you then go through the information that you're going to give them. Then at the end, you just remind them that if they want to know more, what they need to do. And that's it. So I hope that works for you. If it does, great. And good luck with that. If you need any help, I wouldn't be following my own recommendation, would I, if I didn't say, if you want to come to the webinar, great. If you need any help with your marketing, whether that's improving your knowledge, you want some training and advice, or if you want, somebody to do it for you, want to outsource your marketing, whether it's building websites, doing your email, writing copy, whatever it is, we can help. If you want to know more about the done for you side, go to crofton.co.uk. That's with an EN. If you want some advice and training, go to stevemills.co. Thanks very much for listening.